with the YoChecka show. I'm Checka C alongside a fitness expert, Cosmobody representative, cross fitness trainer, right?
All sorts of stuff.
He's got it going on. Adam Rosante. Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic.
And I must commend you. You pronounced my last name perfectly.
Yes, I did. The Italian stallion. We call you that?
Please, no.
So you've been featured in like Elle magazine. You've been on the Today Show, correct?
Yeah,
I mean, like you got some things happening.
I've been really fortunate with the sort of love I've gotten from the press. I'm very grateful for all of it.
That's awesome. So do you work with a publicist?
No.
No. This is all like,
Organic.
I'm Adam.
Yeah, it's really interesting the way it all happened. It was sort of a really great blog wrote about me. Actually, as a matter of fact, the first person to write about me was a journalist by the name of Meredith Engel for a New York paper called Metro New York, which is that paper they give you before you get on the subway.
Yeah.
So she did like a little new class announcement when I started the People's Boot Camp. And then the next thing you know, Well and Good, which is one of the nation's biggest fitness and wellness blogs, they did a feature on me. And then after that, Self Magazine reached out, and it was like a cascading effect from there.
And Self Magazine named you the sexiest trainer in the country. How's that feel?
I'm flattering, of course. And
How many times have people asked you that question, by the way?
Very confusing. Plenty, but I mean, as you can imagine, it probably never gets old, right? Although I got to tell you, when they first reached out, I swear I thought it was my friend Kevin messing with me. Because I got an email, an email came through. It was like, we're trying to get in touch with Adam Rosante. We have this idea. Want to name him one of the sexiest trainers in the country. I was like, I'm looking for the phony Gmail address, right? Like selfmagazine@gmail.com. It's like, oh my God, Conde Nast, that's real. And so the next thing you know, fast forward maybe a month after that, we're on this big photo shoot over in Milk Studios. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and then the Times did a full-page feature in the Sunday Style section, which was insane. And now I have a book coming out in March.
I know, the 30-second... Oh.
With Penguin Random House.
Okay, I was like, wait, what? The 30-second body workout, right?
The title of the book is The 30-Second Body. Yeah, and it is literally a plug-and-play, simple system that you just follow daily, 6 weeks, get you in the greatest shape of your life. All body weight, fully accessible, no excuses.
Adam, you say it like it's so easy. People are looking at you right now like, look, dude, I know you've been doing this for years, but like my thing to you is, okay, so first tell me, what really made you get into the whole like healthy lifestyle thing? Was there like some sort of a big life-changing moment? Like what?
It's a good question, and it's a really funny, sort of embarrassing answer. When I was 13 years old, all the girls in my junior high were, I can't believe I'm telling you this, all the girls in my, right, Checka C, all the girls in my junior high were obsessed with Marky Mark. And like those Calvin Klein posters with Kate Moss, right, with the underwear ads. And so I was like, wow, that's what I need to look like. And so I convinced my parents to get some workout equipment that I think they got from one of my uncles, put it in the basement, and I started using it. And pretty shortly after that, I noticed it started working. And then it started working, as far as dates
you just
go.
like figured it out.
Yeah, totally. I had actually, believe it or not, magazines helped me a lot. Magazines like Men's Health.
But I feel like old guys go through stuff like that. 'Cause, like I remember my brother at that age being that way. Like, oh my God, I gotta be worked out. I gotta be drinking protein shakes.
Oh God, yeah. Of course, I knew nothing, and so like particularly about nutrition, and so the like all these nasty supplements and like Weight Gainer 2700 and like just bumbling around and figuring it out until I was probably I'd say like in the middle of high school when I started to just really fall in love with it. Other than looking good with my shirt off, it just I noticed this total change in the way that I not only looked but really felt when I started practicing more of a high intensity resistance training. And so after that, it was just a game changer. I started to just study it on my own, really studying up on nutrition. I never wanted to work in fitness, ever. Like not even a little bit. I just loved it. I wanted to work in TV. And so that's actually what I did after college. My first job, believe it or not, was not in TV, it was in film. And one of the executives that I worked with, this woman by the name of Stephanie, she started asking me about my diet in like a, do you eat like this all the time kind of way? And then that led to a series of fitness tips that were in the vein of, what would you do if you wanted to say tighten this? And then that turned into, I'm getting married in 3 months, would you train me? And so I did. Yeah, and
you were
got
like,
her in
"Hold
amazing
on."
shape. You know, I was terrified at first. I said yes. I was just like, yeah, of course. And then it dawned on me that I had never actually programmed a workout for somebody over the course of 3 months. You know, I did my own thing, and I helped friends out in the gym and things like that, but I never wrote a program. And so, you know, I'm like, Jesus, is this gonna work? Like, what did I just agree to do? And it's like, no, I got this. So put it together, put a great program together for her, got her in the most amazing shape of her life, so she said. And that led to this sort of word of mouth campaign, where I've always had these great private clients. Again, just on the side. I still never wanted to do it professionally. I went through the process of getting a bunch of certifications.
Okay.
Honestly, probably more just for personal development than anything else.
Right.
But it was about 2.5 years ago that I started the People's Boot Camp with a pay what you can model. It was sort of my way of democratizing high-end fitness in the city. And that is when the journalists started writing about me, and that's when the
So that was your time right there.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So that in a nutshell is my sort of backstory.
So now it's just training. That's all you're doing. You're
I'm
not
a production company. Oh yeah.
Really?
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman.
I love it. Adam, you're gangster. I love it. So, okay.
More hustles in a little bit.
Seriously, and you do the short workout increments. Tell me about like how important those are. Like just doing short, because people think, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym and I've got to do 30 minutes on the treadmill, and then after that, you know, like. So tell me your short workouts and why they're so important, and how they really help people lose weight.
Well, I think they're important, but I think it really depends on the individual. You know what I mean? Some people like spending a long time at the gym. I don't know many of those people. Like, for me, the way to motivate somebody is to simplify the process as much as possible. And the one thing that I always try to get across to people is that you don't have to work out for a lot of time to get great results. I, for one, would rather be enjoying an awesome meal with my family and friends than slaving away in a gym for 2 hours, right? So if you increase the intensity of your work into a short amount of time, burn a ton of calories, tone up your muscles, looking good. Yeah, there's also something that's great. Like the physical part of it, honestly, believe it or not, I know it sounds crazy, but is kind of like the easy part. The best part of this, I think, when you work out at that high capacity is what it does to your mind. When you prove to yourself how strong you actually are and what you're really capable of, it's a game changer. Every area of life, it's like this little shift in mentality that just opens your mind up to the possibility of all things. You think like, I just slayed that workout. I didn't think I was capable of that. And then you start to think, what else might I be capable of, right? So you start maybe killing it a little bit more at work, a little more in your social life, right? Just a little more general swag.
I love it. He goes general swagger. So not only is it about the work, you need to get it trademarked.
Don't jump on that. I need to get my system right now.
I love it. So, tell me also, we talked about the workout part of it, but it's also about what you're eating, right? So what is, like we talked about, it's 80, everybody knows it's 80%, or maybe you don't know that it's 80% of what you're eating and then 20% of what you're working out.
Yeah.
So the eating, what would you recommend? Like, what's your daily diet like?
Well, I think the important thing to understand is, and I say this all the time, you cannot out-train a bad diet. If your goal is to get in great shape and get that body that you're envisioning, it's never going to happen if your diet is disastrous. No amount of burpees, barbells, or bar classes is going to fix your body if your diet is out of whack. Right? And the term diet gets thrown around. When I say diet, I don't mean like, I'm following this diet. I just mean the way that you eat. Diet, right? The way you choose to eat. And if you shift your focus to eating whole, real foods in moderate portions, that's all you need to do. You don't need to go on juice cleanses and fasts and cabbage soup diets or any kind of ridiculous diet du jour. I always say that if it grew up out of the ground or had a mother, if you're not a vegetarian, then it's hard to go wrong.
Yeah. So what is your daily diet like?
So my daily diet is very simple. I eat 5 times a day. I eat breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner. The way that I eat is the way that I recommend all of my clients eat, the general population eats if their goal is to feel amazing and keep their weight in check.
So what'd you have for breakfast?
Lunch, snack, and dinner. So for breakfast this morning, I had 3 scrambled eggs and some roasted broccoli. Nice. And some black coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, and that was good.
The drug.
The drug, right? I know I just started drinking coffee maybe like 2 years ago just because I like the taste, and now I'm just sprung on cold brew iced coffee.
What about the sugars?
No. There's no sugar in coffee. It's just a bean. No, my recommendation is keep the coffee and the tea clean. Don't add anything to it, right? And if you're used to having a ton of sugar and cream in the coffee, just start. You don't need to go cold turkey, right? Just kind of wean yourself off of it. If you're doing 2 sugars, go to 1. If you're doing half and half, use whole milk. Use a little bit less, and try to get yourself to the point where you're just drinking it black. You'll acquire the taste for it over time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I like
It's really
it.
not that hard. So like a day of great eating, what might that look like? I'll give you an example. Let's run through a day. So breakfast, some scrambled eggs and some kind of like green roasted veggie would be awesome, right? Like broccoli, something like that. A lot of people are like, yo, broccoli for breakfast? Just try it. Like roast it. It's delicious. Snack, mid-morning, maybe like a small handful of raw almonds and an apple. Lunch, you could have a piece of grilled fish and some veggies on the side. Middle of the afternoon, little Greek yogurt and berries. And then for dinner, use little sweet potato, something like that. Like,
So you're adding some potato in there, but it has to be sweet potato.
no, it doesn't necessarily have to. If you take away anything from this, take away this. If your goal is weight loss, eat your starchy carbohydrates like potatoes, rice, things like that, only on days that you're working out. Yeah, it's like it's really not that complicated. It's not that hard. If you're working out, you can enjoy some starchy carbohydrates. So let's say I worked out today. Here's how I might tweak my breakfast. I have those 3 eggs, the roasted veggies, and maybe like a slice of whole grain bread. Like that Ezekiel bread they have in grocery stores now, like a whole sprouted grain bread, something like that. A little bit of butter, a little bit of peanut butter.
God, I'm a carb lover, so I'm like, I'm Italian
My
and Puerto
dear,
Rican.
I'm Italian as well.
Pasta
Yes,
and
pasta.
bread.
Right. I always say that I eat a little bit of everything and never really a lot of anything. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm going crazy. Yeah, it's okay. You want to have some pasta, have some pasta. Don't beat yourself up over it. Think chess, not checkers, right? It's a big, long game versus just hopping your little pieces around the board. So take a big picture look at the things you're doing throughout the course of the day. And don't beat yourself up for your indulgences, right?
I know.
I always say, like, treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. So let me ask you this. How do you motivate people? Like, how do you mentally get them ready for the process? Like, you know, I mean, like, I have so many friends. They're like, oh, I want to work out. I want to get it right. I want to get it tight. But then it's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, the mental aspect of it to, like, do it every day, make it a lifestyle.
It's simplifying the process as much as possible.
Right.
Because usually when people are starting a healthy lifestyle, working out, eating well, they try to take on too much at once. That's usually the biggest percentage of the population that falls
Try to
off.
change everything at once. It's overwhelming, and the next thing you know, they can't sustain that pace. It's like trying to sprint for 3 miles. It's not going to happen. And before you know it, the compound effect of that is they've all multiplied together to create this big lasting change. So simplify it, keep it from being overwhelming, have a plan. The worst thing in the world you can do is just kind of like go to the gym and bumble around not knowing what you're going to do. You see people like it all the time. They're like kind of like, they don't really know what to do, so they play around with this machine, play around with that machine, and then get on the elliptical for 50 minutes or something like that. But when you have a plan, it's a blueprint. Very simple. It's like pre-producing all of the work beforehand, and then you just go into the gym, you follow it, you're in, you're out, you're on with your life. Easy. Beyond that, I find it's extremely helpful to teach people and encourage people to believe in themselves, to understand that they are capable of more than they think, right? Always say to people, you're stronger than you think. And there are little ways that you can prove that to yourself throughout the day. Like, you're gonna realize that in a minute when we do this workout. Here's the thing, when you're doing, like, when you can do this, you can rewire your mind in a second, and here's how you do it. when you're doing a really intense workout and you feel like you're gonna die, like you're gonna quit, you literally cannot do any more work, force yourself to do just one more rep. Like when you feel like you have hit the wall, force yourself, dig deep inside and pull out whatever you need to do the work to get that just one more rep. Do that, and you've proven to yourself that you're capable of more than you thought. Telling you it's a game changer. It sounds simple, but when you do it, you're like, shit, I did it. I did it. I did more than I said I ever could. Boom. And then that rewires your mind, starts to open it up to all the possibilities. Plus, it's sort of addicting. You know what I mean? It's like, ooh, I just crushed that. I feel good. I want that again. And listen, if you're a healthy lifestyle, it's not a bad thing to be addicted to.
Exactly. And that's what we encourage people to know, that it's all about heart, health, and pocketbook on our website and healthy lifestyle.
Yes. Yes, and balance. Right?
Yes.
A healthy life is a well-balanced one. So enjoy your time in the gym, eat well, don't get obsessive about any of it. Just have a nice, healthy, balanced approach to things.
We got a cool question for you.
Oh boy.
How are you keeping your heart, health, and pocketbook status these days?
How am I keeping it?
Yeah.
Like
how would you rate it?
excellent.
Excellent.
And improving every day. Yeah, like every other area of my life, I have goals. Yeah. I've set them, and I work toward them, baby steps every day. That's the only way to improve.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Quick question of the day, real quick. It's a fun trivia. This is the fun one right here. The question of the day is women.
I'm really nervous. Uh-oh.
So
my arms here.
Compared to mothers, women these days have bigger what? Would you say?
Huh. I would say, this is a total guess, but I'm going to say breasts because of the additional hormones in the meat and dairy.
Dirty boy. No.
Am I right? Uh-oh.
No, you're not right.
I'm not right?
No.
See, it's just breasts on my mind.
Yeah, he's got breast on his mind. Adam, we know what you need. No, I'm playing.
Oh, come on.
No,
it
it's
makes
easy
sense, though, right?
So it makes
Totally.
sense. It does. But the actual answer has nothing to do with the body. It's an accessory that's on the body, and it's an engagement ring.
Oh, really? Interesting. Yeah, go get changed.
Lord, okay.
Not easy. This is some metabolic resistance training. You're going to do 3 moves and 3 rounds in a descending rep scheme. We're going to track your time. We'll see how long this takes you to do. And the next time you do this, your goal will be to beat that time.
Okay.
Easy enough, right? Come on, get yourself fired up. Seriously, this is. Come on, push. YoChecka, you're killing this. Come on, push. I'm right here with you. You got this. Stay motivated. Focus. It's just you and those dumbbells right now. Just stay focused and keep the form clean. Get that ass down lower. I want hip to knee at least. The lower you get in the squat, the more you're going to engage the glutes. Know that right now you are capable of a hell of a lot more than just this. You are just starting to scratch the surface. Come on, don't cheat yourself. Get your chest to the floor. Exhale. Feel your weight grounded in your feet. Get your shit together. Right here. Right here. Get fired up. Come on. That's it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Adam Rosante coming to you from Hype Gym in New York City. I hope you're enjoying this party. Enjoy that cocktail. Tox it up tonight because tomorrow we detox. I am giving you a 3-month free subscription to Cosmobody. Just go to YoChecka.com to sign up for your 3-month free membership to Cosmobody. My treat to you. I'll see you tomorrow.